10 cheap fragrances that smell expensive. Of course, you want to pick these up if spending hundreds of dollars is just out of the question and out of the budget, which I totally understand. We're living in rough economic times, but these are fantastic alternatives to some really expensive fragrances. A lot of these are not even necessarily clones. They just happen to smell similar to the original. I'm excited to share my thoughts with you very soon, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I tell you about these 10 inexpensive fragrances that smell like expensive fragrances, and these expensive fragrances go for like hundreds of dollars, you're gonna be saving a lot of money. If you like this type of content and if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and also give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So here are the fragrances. Of course, the expensive one here is Angel Share by Killian Paris. Cinnamon, booze, it's sweet, it's syrupy, it's delectable. In its place, you can wear Camra by Lattafa. This fragrance smells very, very similar. It's actually a little bit darker and a little bit more mysterious, in my opinion, than the Killian counterpart. The expensive fragrance here is Green Irish Tweed by Creed. This is almost $500. Of course, you can wear Trenuit by Armaf in its place. Iris, lemon verbena, citrus. It's bright. It's a CEO, office-friendly type of a fragrance. I truly love it. We have by Al Haramain. This one is called Detour Noir. It's sweet, it's sensual, it's perfect for a date night or a night out. And of course, this one gets compared to Layton by Parfum de Marly, which is all about the apple, the lavender. It's just a beautiful, vanillic, sweet, date night romantic type of a fragrance. Of course, the other expensive fragrance that we have is from the house of Creed. This one is Silver Mountain Water. This one is a very abstract and obscure tea-based fragrance. Well, by Armaf, you can wear Club de Nuit Sillage. This is a fantastic interpretation of Silver Mountain Water, and the longevity on it is also very, very good. Of course, from the house of Creed, there's a lot of Creeds here. We have Millesime Imperial, and you see I own the Creeds as well because I love Creed. Their fragrances are so fresh, expensive smelling, natural smelling, and I love just how diffusive and effervescent they are. If you don't have the budget for it, which is totally understandable, get Club de Nuit Milestone. This fragrance smells like Millesime Imperial, but on a budget, and it has that salted, fruity, watermelon, aquatic, oceanic vibe that people absolutely love about Millesime Imperial. By Al Haramain, we have Amber Oud Gold Edition, and this one is an inexpensive alternative to a pretty expensive fragrance by Xerjoff, and this is called Erba Pura. This has been around for a number of years. Of course, if you want the best, you got to go with the original. That's sort of a tropical passion fruit vibe in here is absolutely wonderful. There are some floral ingredients to it as well, which I really enjoy. Of course, everybody knows about this one. There's so many versions of this on the market. My goodness. Tom Ford's Tuscan leather, this classy, smooth leather with this sort of refined raspberry quality adds a nice touch of fruitiness to it. You have Opulent Saffron, also by Haramain. This one is a fantastic alternative to Tom Ford's Tuscan leather. It's also very long lasting, and I know there's a lot of people out there that prioritize longevity in their fragrances, and you're gonna find something quite wonderful with this one. Of course, from the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, one of the most popular fragrances is Baccarat Rouge 540. Well, by Fragrance World, I bought this on Amazon. It was dirt cheap. Baccarat Rouge 540. So if you like Baccarat Rouge, you like that sort of an oak moss and ambroxan, ethyl maltyl, cotton candy vibe, but you're on a budget and you want a very similar presentation to the point that it's flat out copying Baccarat Rouge, check out Baccarat Rouge by Fragrance World. Fragrance World has been putting out a lot of really inexpensive alternatives. Of course, there's another Creed in this list, and it goes without saying that Creed is like one of the most expensive brands out there. Creed Aventus. And in its place, you can wear Afnan's Supremacy Silver. It's a bit smoother than Creed Aventus. The longevity is also pretty good. I think tantamount to Creed Aventus. Pineapple, apple, bergamot, blackcurrant. Not as much birch, so it doesn't smell super smoky, but it's great for a professional setting, the office. If you're gonna be around a lot of other people, you wanna smell your best. And of course, the fragrance that I put in the #1 spot, just because it's one I've been wearing a lot lately, but this is really in no particular order. Wow, there's a lot of fragrances on this table. By Christian Dior, you have Sauvage Elixir, which seems to be people's favorite from the lineup. Well, in place price of Sauvage Elixir, you can get the best alternative that the market has to offer and the most inexpensive one. I think I paid between 20 and 30 bucks on Amazon. I'm gonna leave all of the links down below. By Latafa, it's called Assad. You have the cardamom, you have the smoothness, the freshness, the black pepper. It smells sophisticated, classy, refined, and what I love about this one, it's not as spicy in that aggressive way that Sauvage Elixir is. Sauvage Elixir almost opens up a little funky for like the first 10 minutes, and then it settles down into something far more agreeable. This has more of an emphasis on the, I want to say like a saffron cardamom thing happening in the opening. It's a lot smoother than Sauvage Elixir. I truly love it. I wore it for like a week and a half straight, and I had to stop myself and say, okay, now I'm gonna wear something else, but I really, really love this one. Hey, thank you so much for joining me. 10 inexpensive fragrances or cheap fragrances that smell like expensive fragrances. What are your favorites? Do you prefer to wear the niche counterparts or the more expensive counterparts? I'm not suggesting that everything here is niche, but Tom Ford is clearly a designer and there's a lot of debate over Killian as well. But nevertheless, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me. I hope you took something of value from today's video. If you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. Drop your comment down below. What are your favorites? Thanks again for watching. I love you all. We'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.